Thanks for stopping by our channel today. My name's Robert and this is Pheasant Lane Farm. If you're like me, over the last year, year and a half, maybe 2 years, you have seen a ton of advertisements for Brunt boots. First thing I want to say, full disclosure, this is not a paid advertisement. These were purchased out of my own boot allowance at work, and I ordered these the same day out of my own pocket. I'm not being refunded by Brunt. They have no idea I'm making this video. The only hint they have is I did a TikTok when I first ordered them, and they said, hey, we'll be watching for your review. But this is my own money. I'm going to be 100% honest in this review. I want to do this in 3 parts. I'm going to do one part now, I'm going to do one part in a couple months, and then whenever I decided the boots have had it, I will do kind of a third and final part. Now, the advertising really got me thinking, like, do these guys make really, really good boots? Or are they just really great at advertising? So I thought, you know what? Now's a chance to do it. So ever since I started seeing all these Brunt advertisements about the last year or so, anytime I see somebody in a pair of Brunt boots, if it's not awkward, I'll go and be like, hey, I got a question about your boots. And most people are more than happy to talk and tell you their opinions. And I don't know an actual percentage, but I want to say a large percentage of people I talked to had kind of strange, almost the exact same thing to say. I bet I talked to 20 guys in the last year that I saw wearing different versions of Brunt boots. Actually, I was recently in a CDL class for school. I'm a sales agronomist. They decided to send me off to get my CDL. It's a good skill to have. A couple kids, I shouldn't say kids, guys younger than me in the class had Brunt boots on. One of the instructors had a pair of Brunt boots on. So I've talked to quite a few over the last 12 months, 18 months, and everybody says the same thing. They're super comfy out of the box. That is the overwhelmingly #1 positive I hear on these boots. And then that's kind of where it ends. A lot of guys will say they're all right for the price. You know, I can buy 2-3 pair a year and I'm still cheaper than some other boot brands. I get it. I want to say these were roughly $160 off the top of my head. I'll put in how much they actually were and the name model of them. Just so I don't forget. I know it starts with a B, but I'm having a brain fade right now. A lot of the negatives were the same on these boots. Is they don't last, the waterproofing does not last very long, and the leather just does not hold up. A lot of people don't really have gripes with the soles, but it's those things. Overall durability, stitching starts falling out. The leather is not high quality. And they just overall start falling apart, and the waterproofing, obviously. So over here is a pair of steel toe. Over here is a pair of soft toe. The only difference is these are obviously safety toe, steel toe, and you can see the inside of these are black. Try and get you in the light here. This is like a fabric waterproof lining. It's not Gore-Tex. It's labeled under Brunt. Once you get down to the bottom, it turns silver, as you can see in there. That's pretty much it. And just so make sure, you can see right there it says waterproof. This pair, same thing, same size. These are just soft toe. They are unlined, as you can see, just bare leather. And that's the main difference between the boots, and these are not waterproof. So let me start off with the positives. For a pair of work boots, the price is there. It's not uncommon now to get a pair of work boots that are in the $200 to $300 range. I want to say these are in the $160 range. Like I said, I'll add that in there to make sure. Another thing that I really liked on these boots was, probably leads to majority of the comfort. There is a very thick cushioned, got a little hex pattern on the bottom, a little bit of arch thing there. But these are pretty thick for a work boot. Now, 90% of my life I've been in work boots, whether it was my time in law enforcement where I wore a lot of Danners, and then I was on some tactical stuff, so I kind of switched to the Nike kind of lightweight combat boots, Under Armour, you name it. When I wasn't working, I'm a boot guy, always pull on. I am a boot guy through and through, so I thought, you know what, I might be a pretty good guy to do this review. So this is part of the comfort right out of the box, and I have to admit, straight out of the box, there's zero break-in almost. This is fantastic. Another thing that I do like that Brunt does is inside there's another insole. Very thin. There's no cushion to it. And this is kind of like a spacer, I guess you could say. On the bottom it says, keep me in for a regular fit, D width. Take me out for a more relaxed fit, E width. So a little bit of sock gunk on there. A little bit of lint. But if you guys can see that, not focusing, it's kind of wore out, but yeah, keep me in for a regular fit, take me out. So you can take this out and put the regular insole back in. I guess I have pretty average feet. These are, I forgot to mention, these are just the regular E-width boots. So I left both sets of insoles in the way they came from the factory. So I have to give them that. They are very comfortable. And like I said, the price, I think it's fair for what these boots are. Now, another thing that gets me is on their marketing and their advertising, you see these TikToks or whoever, oh, I've been in Brunt boots for a year. You might have had those boots for a year, but you didn't pull them out of the closet till yesterday, buddy. That's the thing that most people laugh at that I talk to that see their marketing. Now, each one of these boots has exactly 3 weeks worth of wear on them. Between 15, I didn't count, weekends. I do bum around in boots most of the time on the weekend. So they have been used, but I have not purposely abused these boots for my own knowledge and my own kind of record. I just want to wear them like I wear any other pair of boots and see how they go. I will say the leather is super, super soft. You can see these ones are all scuffed up already. And I'm a sales guy, okay? I am not on my hands and knees doing plumbing or welding. Excuse me, any of that type of stuff. These are just very soft leather. Pretty big nick right there. Most of this time, these boots, I wore them equally. So if I was out splitting wood, I'd wear these one pair. One day, I'd wear the other ones the next day. I was rotating them in and out. Like I said, I just got done with a 3-week CDL school. I split the time evenly between those. So climbing in and out of semi-trucks, crawling under trailers, all that type of stuff. So that's kind of the big turn off for me, is how soft the leather is on these boots. Now, I know what you're thinking. You can get the Brunt toe. Now, if you watch some YouTube videos, or rather if you haven't, you would think that if someone's adding a protective toe, they would just take their standard thickness leather and put that Brunt toe cap on it. Now, unless they have changed it, but the videos that I have found on YouTube, and you can search them out also, they actually shave the leather down thinner in the toe area to add that Brunt toe. Yeah, I wasn't real keen on that. I am a fan of a welted sole. And that's one thing where another video I watched before I ordered these, so I knew what I was getting into. This is sewn, okay? Well, it appears to be. If you would pry between the cream colored sole and this yellow or this orangey piece of, I don't know, hard plastic, the stitchings are just for look. They do not actually go down into the outsole. So that's something else to be made aware of. My biggest gripe with these boots, and this is coming from someone that I wear boots all the time, no matter what pair of socks I wear with these boots, they always fall down. Remember, like you're a little kid and you're out playing in the snow and you go inside and you pull your snow boots off and your socks come off with the boots. Half the time you're out playing with the neighborhood kids, your sock is down, around the arch of your foot. That's kind of how these are. Now, I wear a size 11 in almost everything. These are an 11. I actually tried on a smaller pair. I tried on a larger pair that my dad had ordered before I ordered these. And the 11 is the perfect fit. Any smaller, it's too tight. Any larger, and I was swimming on them. My dad actually ordered a couple different pairs. No one around here has them in stock, the steel toe. So I tried those on and then realized that this was probably the best fit for me. Another thing I will give them, their return policy is fantastic. Go look that up. I don't want to quote it now in case it's changed. But my dad ordered 3 pairs, whatever it was, 2, 3, sent back the ones that didn't fit. Perfect, super easy. So on to stitching. Now, As of yet, I have not had any stitching issues with these boots. Giving them a quick once over. No stitching issues. Now, there's times that I have these things covered in mud and I just rinsed them off with water. There's been no cleaner, no polish added to them. These are the color that they turned up after about 3 weeks of wear each pair of boot. The color is another thing. These start out a super light tan, and I'll put pictures in. And this is just normal wear, guys. You can see just from my jeans rubbing how dark, almost black they get. And like I said, there's been no creams, lotions, anything, waxes, nothing added to these boots. They do triple sew them back here and on the main seams, double stitch up the top. So there's no real complaints there. But the main thing that gets me is just how soft this leather is. Just climbing up and off of things, I don't think they should be ripping and gouging that easily for a pair of boots that's in that upper $100 price range, almost $200. Other than that, I really don't have a lot of complaints on these boots. Like I said, 3 weeks isn't really enough to start wearing out the outsole on them. It is a oil resistant, slip resistant, non-marking, electrical hazard. So you guys that need that. I am starting to get a little bit of wear here. You can see it's thinner and that's getting narrower. I feel like maybe that's a little bit extreme for only having them 3 weeks or wearing them 3 weeks. One of the boots I did notice, the leather is glued down here, was kind of peeling up a little bit. Maybe it's right back there, it's hard to see. But the glue's kind of coming apart already right there. I could probably return them, but I'm just going to wear them till they give out because I want to let you guys know and make a smart decision on your purchase. The uppers are getting kind of loose. I mean, they're all right. They're not, you know, totally compressed yet. They might get that way. But that's just kind of a quick rundown. Get it back balanced there. This one's really getting a black mark on it. I don't know what that's from, but they are work boots. I get it. They're not dress boots, but some guys, you know, they start changing color. These got kind of a weirdish green thing kind of happening to them right now. So just things to be aware of. Now, I wish Brunt would use people that actually wear their boots on a regular basis in their advertising. Every advertisement you see is a guy wearing a brand new pair of boots splashing through the water. And we're sitting on the porch talking about things. That's not someone who's really wearing these boots. These boots have been covered in dust, mud, dirt, snow. We had quite a bit of snow here recently. Snow, manure, cattle manure, horse manure. We have show cattle right out here. We have feeder cattle out here. We got our breeding cattle out there. It got muddy, you know, they flip their water things. You know, sometimes I'm not running all the way in the back into the house to get a pair of muck boots on, especially as cold and wet and nasty winters we've had. It's just, you got to get things done when you can get it done. I'm actually out here right now, just finished up chores. So that is my kind of initial review on these boots. I want to keep this kind of short, but I'll add in some extra footage throughout this video. Let me know what you guys think of these boots. Now, on that TikTok I did, Brunt actually commented. They were like, hey, you know, curious to see what you have to say. And there was a lot of guys not holding back on there saying, hey, the waterproofing sucks on these. I actually have had a few of these boots up above the toe and water. Obviously these, my feet got a little wet. It was wet. I had to get chores done. That's the way it went. So far in 3 weeks, the waterproof is holding up on these, but I want to say we only had about a week of real wet, muddy weather, and then the temperatures really dropped. So actually have a hydrant we're working on right now that froze up in the barn. So automatic water is still working for cattle. That's fine. The other hydrants are working. It's just we're having issues with this one right here. So that is all I have to say on these guys. I don't know if you can tell like the greenish tint they're getting, but the color doesn't bother me. I just mention it because I know it really bothers some people. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I can hear the show calves out here. I already fed them, but they know I'm in the barn, so they're going nuts. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Feel free to always email us, pheasantlanefarm@gmail.com. And like I said, I'll put in extra details of what I paid for these. I think they each came with a free stocking hat. Yeah, it's actually out here in my toolbox. It was some kind of promotion. They came with a sticker and a free stocking hat. I'm always game for free hats. So that's that, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. A little teaser. We are doing a video with Zooks Welding soon, right here. The first one ever made. New updated filter guard for the Kubota tractors. A lot of cool stuff he's got coming out. And I think that is about it. So I want to keep this video around 15 minutes. I'm always a little over. So that is going to wrap it up. Let me know on these Brunt boots. I would say give me a month or two. We'll put out another video, and then once they finally get to the point where I think they've had it, they've lived their useful life, I'll do a final part. Take care, everybody. God bless. And most importantly, make smart decisions. Catch you guys on the next one.